Welcome back to Bad Bad Bowling 101 with your boy C. So, I just want to address a couple of things that might be out there. Yes, I do a lot of ball reviews and I will continue to do them because I think it's beneficial to people that are at my level of bowling and below. And I'm not saying that I'm great, but I am saying that I'm good enough to understand how balls and the dynamic of the lanes with them work. So, I'm not a member of Ebonite's bowling team. I'm not a member of their staff. I'm not a member of Storm or 900 Global or Brunswick. I do this because this is what I love to do. Bowling is my passion. I love it. It's like drinking water for me. Matter of fact, I'd rather do this than drink water. So, with that being said, this is just something that me giving back. So, I hope that you take from me what I'm offering. Now, I know what some think, okay, well, how does you throwing that ball work for me? Well, it's not about me throwing the ball unless your game is complementary to mine. But if it's not, it's about how the ball transitions on the lane. You can see if it's picking up in the mid and rolling early. You can see if it's breaking late. Those are things that you look for in a ball that can help you, okay? Now, what we're going to be doing today is the Ebonite GB4 Pearl, and here we go. And this ball is Pearl. The reason why I love it is because it gets down the lane, and it's built to get down the lane and snap at the back end. Now, this is a symmetrical bowling ball with a enhanced Ebonite V2 core. And again, what the core does is allow the ball to get late. It allows it to get past the mids and then snap at the back end. And it's good for a house shot where you have your outside's good, and it's also normally good on short patterns also, where you can get past the heads if the shot is about 35 feet, and then it will rotate in. The goal is to throw a couple of practice shots to get your feet lined up and go from there. Now, what I will do is I'll get to the lanes, I'll throw 6 or 7 shots. We'll go over that, and then we'll go. I'm gonna start my feet on 20. Throwing around, break point around 7 just to get an idea of what I'm looking at. Okay. So I'm going to try and move my feet a little bit to the left, to the north, and then one with my eyes, see how that turns out. Alright, I like the spot that I was with that. I didn't get through the ball like I wanted to though, so we'll give this another shot by getting all the way through it. Well, still line up in the same spot. So just try to throw the ball. Alright, so we're going to go like half and we're back to the right, so that'll put me on 21. I'm still on the 7 inch break. Alright, so what you've seen is me throw about 6 shots. I've been missing my mark, so it's not the ball fault, but what you can see is this ball on the back end. It gets through the fronts, it gets through the mids, and then you see the really nice snap at the back end. That's what this ball is meant to do. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm not a big fan of Ebonite, but I am a big fan of the GB4 series. So what I'll do is I'll throw a couple more shots. I'll try to actually even hit my mark with you. But what you can see though is this ball does exactly what it's supposed to be. They said it gets past the fronts, past the mids, and it crashes the back end. And boy, did they not lie. Back to the lanes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep my feet about the 21. And what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna try again to hit my mark. And that's what happens when you hit your mark. again, I'm at Park Lanes, Illinois. So this is a house shot. I haven't had them re-oil the lanes, so I don't know if this is carryover from yesterday. So, but what you can see is how far down the lane this ball is getting before it actually turns over. So it's getting past the front, past the mid, and then it's a big backing. So back to 21 to our mark. Ouch. All right, now let's try to be consistent here. And let's try this one more time. Now this is why we call it Bad Bowling 101. Because unlike the pros, I don't hit my mark every time. But I definitely love the shot. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move 2 more boards to my left. And I mean, if I'm at mission side, I might as well keep it there. Oh, brutal 10, brutal 10. I really like that line, so let's try that one more time and see how it works out. You know what, when I let it go. So, I really like that last shot, so we're going to try to repeat that. Alright. Let's see if we can get that tip hand moving a half a step backwards. See if this helps out. All right, let's have one more high quality shot. Now that I've had minutes, so we're going to give this an opportunity. Bad Bowling 101. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, nah, I'm just kidding. So as you see, we were able to throw some shots, some quality, some very not quality. And that's okay, because again, I'm no pro. This is just my opinion. My reviews are based off of me and how I perceive these balls and how they work for me. So, I love the back end on this ball. It's fantastic. When the lanes start to break down, I can transition into this ball and score heavy all day long. So, do I recommend it? Absolutely. Will it work for you? That's something you have to decide. Now, what I would like to do is for everybody that's watching this, that is participating in the Battle of the Bad, which is our mini tournament, Friday, July 15th at 6:30 Central Time. We have a surprise pattern for you. Now, if you watch the next video, I'll even announce what pattern that is. And if you don't watch the pattern, I guess you'll have to figure it out on game day. Now, thank you again for all the support. I really appreciate you. Bad Bowling 101. Your boy C. Your cameraman Tony back there. Have a great one. Until the next one.